We're trying to get as many shop tours as we can to show you the possibilities of what could be. What's going on? Welcome to the game. Cornell here, MACK Landscaping and Lawn Care. Today we are here at QA Landscaping to do another shop tour. We're gonna see plows, skid steers, trucks, and everything in between. So if you enjoy seeing shop tour videos, this is a video for you. Let's go. And here he is, my homie Quentin. What's going on, bro?
Good to see you.
You too, man. You ready to do this shop tour?
Yeah, man, take a look.
Well, before we get started, first we gotta let the people know who you are, how long you've been in business, and what do you specialize in?
Yeah, I'm Quentin from Q&A Landscaping. We've been doing this for about 15 years now. I have a business partner, Anthony. We specialize in landscape and hardscape projects. We do a lot of bigger patios, walls, plants, lawn installation, stuff like that. Really everything except for cutting grass. We sold all of our lawns a couple years ago. Just do projects.
Nice. Well, I'm excited because this is one of the biggest businesses that I've ever had the opportunity to do a shop tour with. So he's got plows, skid steers, big salters, gravel pits, and everything in between. So I'm excited, man. Where do you want to get started? This place is so damn massive.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to come inside or outside first, whatever's best. If you want to do equipment or office.
Let's go inside first. We'll show you the office and how everything is operating inside. Then we'll come out and look at the cool equipment. Let's go. All right, so we're in the office. Give us a little tour. What's going on here?
Yeah, this is my desk. I'm really the only office person here. We have a lot of office space from the building we bought before, so there's a few other offices scattered around. I sit out front. I get everything kind of I need here. We have some common area in the middle that Anthony hangs out at. We get all of our stuff, packages and everything set up in there, and different stuff like that kind of set up. I got another little office in the back full of just marketing supplies and receipts and, you know, all the fun stuff that you got to keep when you're running a business. In my office right now, I got my drone here. I got this a couple years ago. It's the DJI Mavic 2 Pro.
That thing's fire.
It was a good addition, definitely to, you know, improve the content game, take better pictures of the work you're doing and showcase it well.
This fantasy football thing?
Oh yeah, I won the fantasy league last year, so I got that on display. I unfortunately lost this year, so it does go out, but I'm nearing the end of my days with it.
Man, that trophy's fire. I might have to get one of these trophies for the rock paper scissors tournament.
That's like the third or fourth time I've won now, so I'm fortunate. I've had it for some years.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Well, what else we got in here?
Yeah, so other fun stuff. Get in the office, not much glorious to it, but we do have a 3D printer we keep in this office, and a vinyl printer that we use to letter all the trucks. The vinyl cutter was actually like a really good addition a couple years ago. It's a pretty simple machine. It really was a couple $100, and then you buy the rolls of vinyl. You can do your own trucks then, as opposed to paying a couple $100 to take your truck somewhere, to have to go to pick it up. And, you know, it's a lot easier if you could just put it on here yourself. So.
I tell you what, I have never seen someone who letters their own trucks with their own vinyl cutter. You've seen it here first.
Yeah, it was an easy addition. That's a 3D printer. We got it, I think maybe 2 years ago we got it.
What's that used for?
We've printed like a couple little mounts and stuff for lights or other little parts. There's different stuff you can do. It truthfully hasn't turned out to be as useful as we would have thought. There's a lot of work involved with designing the pieces that you want to do and stuff like that. And, you know, so it's not as easy to just make everything you want, but it has been cool on a couple occasions. When it's worth it, it's worth it.
Nice, I like that, man. Again, have you ever seen a 3D printer on a shop tour? I haven't. You've seen it here first.
Yeah, not much else to the office. You know, we do have an ice maker we keep for the guys, and we have like big Gatorade jugs we fill up every day. So like, you know, every day we have ice that we keep in the freezer, and it's making more ice, and we're filling them up. Each crew has a big Gatorade jug they take with them, and then it comes into the garage.
Oh my goodness gracious, look at this place. My God, all types of stuff in here. I see you got the Ryan sod cutter, big truck. What's that thing on the wall?
This is a pressure washer. So it's like an electric pressure washer. It's hardwired into the building. That way you can just grab the hose right off the wall. You can hook the gun to it. You gotta unlock the hose reel, but you can pull it right out and fire it up with a flick of a switch, as opposed to like gas and starting it all up. And then this is actually a heater for the pressure washer, so you can turn it into a hot water instantly.
Oh my God. Man, listen, me and Pipe's been talking about having water available at our shop. I ain't built like this for sure, but to have a pressure washer, especially when you do salt and
yeah, you come back
snow.
and you want to hose it out, you can just instantly pull it out. The hot water pressure washer, that one's like a little add-on. You can get them where it's all in one unit, but that way you could use it with hot or cold. We've had this for a while. It works with even an old pressure washer. Like I used to just use a normal pressure washer right next to it. That way you can take it or not, but that was a really good addition for snow removal for sure.
Man, I love
and
it.
it also melts the grease off of all the machines. If you have like grease on your skid steer or anything like that, it does a real nice job.
Nice. So do you just? I see you got a drain in the middle, so I guess you can just wash stuff.
We
off
wash
right in
some
there?
stuff in here, not as much, little stuff, but if we were bringing the trucks back at the end, we're washing them outside for the most part. It gets a little too messy in here if you're washing a big truck and everything else here starts getting wet. We do most of it outside.
What kind of a switch and go truck? I have never seen one of those either.
Yeah, so this is a switch and go. We have 5 switch and goes, and they all have different beds that you can drop on or off. We really like the switch and go system, so you can switch from dumpsters to a salt bed or a little mason body. We have a bunch of beds. It's really nice for snow removal because we have a salter you'll see outside on the flatbed. You can instantly go out there, pick that up, you're ready to go salting. So you could go from landscape to salting in 10 minutes and without having to do any kind of strapping down or taking it in or out. So
Can one person operate it by
yeah,
themselves?
for sure. You could go outside right now and pick up a salter. You could drop the dumpster, whatever it is. This winch is just pulling them on and off. And once you increase the bed, raise the bed up.
Wow. What is this big thing back here?
This is our mulch blower. We're doing some maintenance on the back end of it right now, but this is a Finn mulch blower. It's a 5-yarder. We extended the top a little bit. Normally they're only about this tall, but we put some sides on it to get a little bit more in there. We drive this around in mulch houses all day, every day in the spring and the summer. Right now we're doing some maintenance on it. So the way this mulch blower works is pretty interesting, but there's like a chain inside that's bringing the material to the back. And then it's dropping the material down into this airlock. The airlock has a really big blower on the side that's blowing air through it. And so the tube is, as this rotates, it takes it full and it shoots it out that way through your hose to the house. But so right now we're working on improving the airflow within this because a lot of air is escaping outside of the back of the fins. So we're doing some welding to improve its airflow.
Wow, I've seen these things like
You can
behind
look down in
trucks.
there, it's pretty clear like that. So that's all the way full of mulch, and this chain is just bringing it back and dropping it into each one of these chambers, and this guy's spinning, and then it's shooting out through the hose
How long is
continuously.
this hose?
This hose is about 250 feet. You could put even more hose on it if you want. That's really all about you need when you're mulching normal residential houses. This is an auto reel hose reel. So you can put the hose on to start and you hit this button right here and it'll reel the rest of the hose up for you so that you're not at the end of the day rolling up all the hose. We made this hose reel a little bigger so it held more hose. When we made it taller, we also made it bigger. That way we could put more hose than like the standard 150 I think that it came with.
So if someone is, because we do the like tip and throw method,
Yeah.
to try and be as, I guess, efficient with the mulch as possible. I'm assuming like this makes it way easier and
Yeah, it's pretty
probably
easy.
blows it out, more flat, I guess.
Yeah, you save mulch and it's very consistent. It's very flat and it's very smooth, like to the look of it. It definitely is a more efficient way to do it. You're gonna use less mulch, you're gonna use less labor to spread the mulch.
Right.
2 guys drive this around, making mulch way more than a whole crew guys could without one.
Wheelbarrows.
You could technically do this by yourself if you wanted to, anywhere from 30 to 40 yards a day, depending on how you were set up. If you have a machine there, we've got 50 to 60 done in a day or even more. So, it just comes down to how many, how big the house is and how well it's set up.
This is crazy. I got 79 mulch jobs to do in March.
Well, you can see it from above too. We'll go upstairs and you'll be able to kind of look down in it a little bit.
This place is unreal. I've never been in a shop this big, this massive. There's so many things in here. I don't even know how we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, we have a couple little brown bed edgers. Those were a nice addition for the landscape stuff that we've We have 2 of them now just because, you know, sometimes one would break. We have a couple bits on them. We have Belgian block bits. We have like normal edge bits. We do have a welder, and I think we have another welder too, but you know, we're always trying to do different kind of metal fab stuff that we need to. We got a roller tamper for the pavers, so that's for after we're done with the pavers, you roll it across. And then, you know, your normal pressure washers, tampers, little stuff like that.
This is nuts, man.
A lot of our stuff is in the trailers right now. Like the guys are out today building a wall, and my landscape guys were out yesterday, so most of the stuff is in the trailers. There's just like the little stuff that's scattered here. We have a CNC table, like a plasma cutter CNC table, so you could like cut out metal that you draw on the computer, and it'll pull out and draw through it. If you wanted to like do like we could do like a special grill or anything where when we're trying to make brackets and different stuff like that, you could cut the holes out.
Can you make a sign?
You can make signs, different stuff like that. We've thought about doing more of it. This is one of those things we bought in the past couple of years. Every year we get a little better at using it and designing stuff, but it's handy whenever you want to take the time to set it all up.
Wow.
It hooks right to our plasma cutter. So our plasma cutter we've had, you hook the end of it into the CNC table, and then it turns your plasma cutter into a CNC table.
So it's like, yeah.
Exactly, and it's like shooting out lava right through it. You know, a plasma cutter is pretty cool. You could cut the bed in the truck right in half with it. It's like a torch that just melts metal.
This is crazy, bro. I'm so happy I came over here today, and I hope that you are too, man. Like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're already getting something from this video. My man Quentin is over here killing it.
We got a little mechanic's office in here. Not much to it, but little stuff for the tools, stuff we're working on that's broken, parts. We're big on trying to keep, you know, what we need that we use all the time in stock here. In through here is our parts office. We have really anything that we're using commonly in stock, or it will be soon if we don't have it already. You know, it's organized by the trucks, by what it is, air filters, fuel filters, oil for it. We buy our oil in like big drums.
Yeah.
Everything you can to do the oil changes and any of the normal maintenance you can yourself. It really helps like stay organized as you can. All the skid steers and excavators, all their parts.
This is dope, man. Wow. Wow, you sit upstairs now?
Yeah, the loft upstairs is just more parts and different maintenance stuff.
We're gonna take you upstairs so you can see down into that mulch blower. This is about to be cool. I never seen this many tools in my life.
Like anybody's shop, it's always, you know, there's always better organization that could be done. There's peaks and flows to it. Sometimes we're a little more cleaned up than we are right now. We have like a pipe rack, lots of fittings, some concrete stamping stuff, and the different finishes there, some extra mulch hose and drain hose. And this is kind of like our steel area. We have everything to service all of our steel tools. We have steel hedge trimmers, chainsaws, weed whackers. All of our handheld stuff is steel. Concrete saws.
Yeah, let us know. Are you a steel guy, Echo, Shindawa, Husqvarna? Let me know down in the comments.
For us, we really ended up with all steel because the dealer across the river from us is all steel. They had great support. So I think that was the biggest thing for us, is that, you know, we could buy it from them, they could service it, anything went wrong, we can get the parts. We're pretty good at servicing it ourselves now, but in the start it was really important that they were able to do it for us.
Yeah, I love that, and that's a pro tip for you if you're just starting out your business. You ain't gonna be this big overnight, but if you get the same brand stuff, and most importantly, have good dealer support. But if you get the same brand, then all of the parts are most likely interchangeable, and so it's gonna save you time, effort, and money when it comes to getting things repaired, man. This is, you got so much stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of these head trimmers, so I mean, these are just extra head trimmers. There's other ones that are stocked in the box trailer, but you can rebuild them or swap the parts, and you know, we try to keep things consistent across for the most part. We haven't done that as much with trucks, but especially for the equipment. And then we got a washer and dryer up here to just wash a little stuff around the shop and whatnot for it. If you look over that, you can see the mulch blower into that a little bit better as to what's going on.
Yeah, these things are dope. One day, huh?
So you can fit about 7 or 8 yards of mulch in there. We also blow out topsoil, mushroom manure, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So other aggregates can go in there too. That's fire. Where are we going next?
We can start taking a walk outside, show some of what's off, show some of what's still left here from today.
All
Like
right,
I said, most of the stuff is out.
We're gonna head outside. We'll see you when we get out there. Let's go. How many trucks do you have total?
We have about 10 trucks total, and then we have some other like smaller support vehicles. And in that 10, I don't include like my truck, Anthony's truck. We have a van. We have a little Acura that we let one of the guys borrow if anybody needs to. When you have that many people through the year, somebody's gonna have some car troubles here or there. So we do have like an extra little backup car for people to take when they need to, or for people to pass out flyers. We bought a little Ford Transit van a couple seasons ago. That was like a nice little like shop vehicle, something like that.
And I forgot to ask you, how many employees do you have?
We normally have like 15 to 16 in the season. I'm hoping this year we get up to maybe 17, 18, get a couple more guys out there. We're normally 3 or 4 crews, depending on the time of year. 4 crews, hopefully more so this year.
All right, cool. Well, before we go up in here, let's talk about the salters and the plows.
Yeah, so right here you see our switch and go flatbeds with the salters on them. So you can pull up one of the switch and goes and then grab the salter, put it right onto the bed of the truck. This one's an aluminum flatbed. This one's like a subframe. It's a lot tighter. You can see a lot better. They both have their advantages. The aluminum's pretty nice, but you can't see as much through it. We have these plastic or poly snow X's. These are nice. They don't leak anything out of the bottom. That's the one thing that we really like about them versus our steel casters, the metal ones we have. But at the end of the storm, all below your metal caster is salt. It leaks out of the bottom on the chain drive. But these plastic ones, it's totally enclosed. Nothing leaks out of this salter at all. So it's really nice on a switch and go if it's gonna drop on the frame of the truck or on our nice aluminum bed that it is fully enclosed. That was a big reason why we like these. They have a nice spread pattern. Our old metal ones are really reliable. We have 2 of those, big Fisher and Western steel casters. Those are great too. When we upgraded, we got these ones on the next round.
Nice. So I see you got a bucket strapped on here. What's the bucket strapped on?
Just for little sidewalk stuff. Like some of our sites have a sidewalk or 2 that, you know, at the end you can flip up your salter just like it is now, fill your bucket with salt, go hit the sidewalk, stuff like that.
Yep.
It's really just to do the little bits that need it.
I've never seen Western plows
So these are
in person.
the 2 different versions of the wideout. There's the original wideout and then there's the wideout XL. That one has a little bit of a taller plow to it and the wings are bigger. This one also has the LEDs. The LED upgrade light was really big. You get a lot more light out of your snowplow with the LED package.
Yep, no doubt. Are these easy to put on and take off?
Yeah, they fit on or off any of our trucks. It's all interchangeable. And then we have a big V-plow too that we have. We have, I think, 4 of these wideouts and a V-plow. And then we have some snow boxes that are at our site. We use the sectionals. We have 2 Arctic sectionals.
That's fire, bro. This is dope. I'm so happy I came over here today. And to think, Quentin has been, my mom lives right up the street. I mean, I was driving past this place and then I had a meetup. The 2024 Winning Life Lawn Care Setup Showcase, Quentin came with this big old F650 or something like that. I can't even remember. It was like a
something
tank.
Just like that, yeah.
Was it a Ford or a Ram?
I think it was a Ford F650.
Yeah.
It's out today, but
that's all right.
Yeah, we got some of our small equipment here right now. So we got a little ditch witch mini skid with a big, this has a nice material oversized bucket on it. That was a great addition for the landscape team, any kind of small limited stuff. This is a nice big attachment rack. Any of our stuff can fit onto here. Keeps everything organized when the guys put it on. And then, you know, we got the mini excavator. This is a real small cat. It's like the smallest one you can put an Encon on. That's how we ended up with this one. So
what's
the tracks,
an
Encon? An Encon is the tilt rotator on the front. So like this bucket will swivel. It can do turns anyway, anything like that. The full bucket will rotate. It could swivel anyway. We have different attachments like a grapple or forks, stuff like that, so you can grab more stuff. These tracks actually go in and out, so it gets smaller if you needed to go through a gate. That's a big reason why we got this one. We have a bigger excavator. We wanted a smaller one to be able to get into some of the tight places that you need. So
that's nuts. I seen it off a little bit and I was like, well, that looks like it's about to come off.
Yeah, it'll actually just like tighten in the whole thing and get a little bit tighter so you can fit through a gate.
All about efficiencies, man. Gotta be efficient.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have like a well-rounded fleet, big stuff, small stuff, you know, depending on what you're
brand
doing.
New. You keep them clean, bro.
Yeah, we try to keep them clean. They're a little bit sitting in a puddle right now from the rain, but
this thing's massive.
This is a V-plow. It came with our 650. So this is mainly what we use it for. It definitely moves some snow. That's
sure.
one of the other XLs right there. And then we have the ground protection mats.
Yeah, what
So
are
we
those
have
used
stacks
for?
of these. We can make you like a 300-foot road into the backyard and take the machines through without messing up any of your grass. You can drive the dump trucks all the way into the backyard or anything like that. The mats are pretty good about not messing up the grass, distributing the weight. They're pretty light.
Yeah, because I guess if you drive these machines in the back of someone's yard, then you'll have to
Fix the
repair
grass the whole way. Like all the hardscape work we do, most every project was including fixing all the grass. So we started just buying mats and, you know, charging people to use the mats instead of to fix the grass. It's a little bit quicker on our end, and then people don't have to water the grass and everything like that.
Wow, that's, again, efficiencies, efficiencies, efficiencies.
We got the rock hound, the profiler, we got a little grapple bucket.
What's a rock hound used
So
for?
the rock hound is going to be that one up there on the middle shelf. That's going to go through yards whenever, like a new construction home, and then pick up all the rocks. It grabs the rocks and then traps them in the bucket, and you can throw them. And so it's like fluffing up the soil and capturing the rocks.
Wow.
But then this profile rake doesn't capture the rocks, it just fluffs up the soil. So really these two together make a really nice combination. One guy's coming through, fluffing up the soil, making a kind of a mess. And then this guy's coming through and he's cleaning it up, grabbing all the rocks, taking them away. That's how you make a nice new lawn at a nice new construction house.
See, these are things that I never know about. And this is why I enjoy doing these shop tours so much, is because not only are they inspiring to me and hopefully eye-opening to you, but we get to learn, man.
The 650 is pulling in right
That
now.
big truck. That thing's a beast. I see aluminum dump. We'll show you that here in a second. We gotta go up here now and see some more cool trucks. You know, most people, look at these tracks. What are those for?
That's new tracks for our 299 skid steer. The ones on there were getting a little worn, so we ordered them a couple weeks ago knowing that that was coming. We keep the shipping container full of salt. So there's actually like 3 trucks of salt inside this shipping container so that we're able to perform work at any of our sites. We have salt all the time. A couple pieces of trash blown in here, but you can fit about 3 tracks in here pretty well. We pile it up, it's loaded in here with the skid steer. That way we don't have to untarp a pile or anything at our shop. It's always dry, works out well. We keep piles at our sites too, but the shop pile we've always kept in a big shipping container.
I did not know that people did that. So what is your main property you're looking for snow removal?
We do big shopping centers. We have 2 really big shopping centers we keep a machine at. We do over 1 million square feet of pavement really between the 2. We have a couple other really small sites in between them, but for the most part it's just big commercial shopping centers, people who are looking for it to be done well. That's kind of what we're focusing on. All of our sites are within 15 minutes of the shop. So we could get to, they're all kind of right by each other. That way you can get there quick, you have good response time. If somebody needs help, you're there quick.
Nice, I love it. Well, let's look at this truck now.
So this is our F600. We got this one last year. We actually got a new F600 a couple weeks ago. Same truck as this. We really like the F600 setup. The single cab, switch and go on it. We did that on both of them. The F600, you get a little bit more payload than a 550. Doesn't really cost that much more money. I actually got this truck for a little bit less than some of the 550s out there. So if you're looking for a good deal, I definitely think you get the best bang for your buck with these 600s. All of our trucks are diesel. We have a diesel tank up there in the shop, in the parking lot. So we want to be able to keep all the trucks diesel. This one right now has our leaf box on it. The guys were doing a leaf cleanup yesterday since it was kind of nice for the past couple days. So it's just a standard dumpster with like a wood top we put on it. And then we have our leaf vac that shoots into the back of it.
So do you take the top off like after leaf season's over?
Yeah, we'll just take the top off. We actually have 2 tops. That way we could run 2 leaf trucks at the same time. So they're always able to be filling up.
Now, is there a like minimum leaf job you're willing to do, where you do a residential one?
We do mainly all of our land, in terms of commercial snow removal, that's all we do is commercial snow removal. But landscape work, most of our work is residential. We do, I think we did almost 100 residential leaf cleanups this year at just normal houses in the South Hills, people with a lot of leaves, stuff they were trying to take care of.
Nice. Man, this is by far the...
Normally this is all full of trucks. Everybody's kind of out right now, but everybody pulls back up here. We got a couple little trailers and 1 truck here. This is our big air trailer, so you can put 2 full-size skid steers or the skid steer and the excavator on this trailer. It hooks up to our air truck, so the 650 or the Kenworth we have can tow this trailer. You could put, I think, like 60,000 pounds on this trailer. There's
Wow.
kind of a lot to
This is
it.
the biggest trailer I've ever seen in person.
The ramps are air ramps, so whenever you get out, you can hit a button and the ramps will go down, the ramps will go back up, because that would be way too big to try to pick up yourself.
Yeah, that looks heavy back there.
Yeah, it definitely. So there's 8 tires on this trailer. Is 2 sets of 2s on each. So it really does handle the weight well for the skid steers, anything like that. This is one of the other switch and goes. We have just a normal 550, and then we have some of these box trailers. Our big project box trailer that's wrapped is out right now with the guys, but it's a little bit bigger than this. Put all the tools in there. That's kind of our go-to setup, is like a 550 or 600 with a box trailer and then another truck with it.
This is dope, bro. I mean, wow, this is impressive. I've been driving past this place for years, and I never knew that I knew the person who owned it. And I'm coming here to do shop tours for you. Let's go.
Hopefully in the next couple months here, we bought another property down the street, and we'll start spreading out some of this stuff down to there. We'll get some more landscape bins set up, mulch, topsoil, stuff like that. We've kind of been limited on space here. We're out of room, but about a block down that way, we bought 4 acres right down the street. We'll kind of put some more stuff down there.
So you'll just, I guess, have 2 locations then?
Yeah, we were thinking about it. Maybe if we built something big enough down there, maybe we'd rent this place and just move down there. It kind of depends on what all we get into once we kind of start designing that building. Hopefully we'll close on that in the next little bit and start using it.
So what's the future look like? I guess expansion, expansion, expansion?
Yeah, you do to a degree. There's a limit to it. You know, we don't want to have 100 people or anything like that. We're happy around the size we're at. Maybe we add a couple more crews. You know, maybe it gets to 15 to 20 guys, or 20 guys, 20 to 25. But you know, not bigger is not always better, I guess. Like, there's a limit to it.
Yeah, this is amazing, man. This is super impressive, bro. I've never seen anything like this. Again, I know I've said it a couple of times now, but I've never seen anything like this in person. Hopefully we'll get to see more things here in the future, Quentin, but man, of all the shop tours I've done so far, this isn't even close. You got another area?
We got a little bit in the back. There's some stuff back there. Right now, there's probably a lot of dirt back there and different stuff. I think that one truck, they just pulled back in and probably dumped it.
All right, well, we're gonna head into the back. We'll see you over there. That's the big boy he brought to the meetup.
Oh, puddle.
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
It's a little muddy back here. It's been a wet week. We've been trucking dirt out from some of our jobs, different stuff like that. This is our first skid steer we ever bought, the Cat 259. I guess maybe 7 years ago now, something like that we bought. It's kind of a small skid steer, but it was a really good starter skid steer. You know, looking back on it, it was a great purchase. Definitely got our money's worth out of it.
So, I mean, obviously, this thing's a beast. Is this what the tracks were for?
No, the tracks are for our bigger one. This is actually a smaller skid steer. All of our other, we have 2 Cat 299s. That's the biggest skid steer they make. It's a little bit bigger than this one, a lot more
Those
power.
are out on job sites.
Yeah, those are out. One's at a snow site, one's at the wall.
These big boulders.
We got those out of a job we did actually this week. There was a pond we kind of removed from the lady's backyard. She had some nice boulders around it. She was done with the pond. It was kind of just weeds all over. She wanted to get rid of that.
What's this red thing?
That's our mortar mixer. So that's for mixing, like, we do concrete borders, like those custom concrete curbs that you could pour. So this does the mortar for it, because you're actually kind of mixing it more like mortar than like concrete in order to get a real consistent mix. We have one of those mud mixers too that's nice, but it doesn't quite work the same as the mortar mixer.
Gotcha.
And then we got our 650 here. This has air brakes on it. It's nice because it can do our air trailer too.
I'm not familiar what air brakes are. What does that mean?
Air brakes are going to be like instead of the regular hydraulic brakes that cars and trucks have, they're an airlock system, an air brake system. It's a lot stronger of a brake, and it's a lot more reliable for like a big heavy truck like that. You're going to find that you have more braking power in a truck like this.
Now, you got switch and go salters for this, but this has something on
This
the back?
guy has a tailgate salter on the back of it. It doesn't have its spinner on it right now because they were working with it today, but there's a tailgate salter that normally goes on this. So we can fill our stainless bed up with salt, and you can dump it out the back. It'll feed through here and go out your salter. This thing is a beast in snow removal. You can put a ton of salt in it, and it lays it down quick.
Nice. Wow.
And that's our green waste dumpster. So when we get back at the end of the day, we dump our stuff here and then we stuff it into the green waste dumpster. We got a company that comes, picks all that up, turns it into mulch. They come every couple of weeks. Anytime we tell them it's full. Hopefully we'll move all this down to our new lot, get some of it away from the building, get the mess kind of down there by itself.
That's dope. Well, that's about it?
That's about it.
Well, listen, man, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
man.
thanks
we
for coming.
We appreciate you.
Hope you had a good time.
Absolutely.
Hope the viewers like it.
Yeah, bro, this is unreal. Look, man, if you enjoy shop tours, I will be coming to Alabama soon. We're going to Nashville and maybe, just maybe, Florida. We're also going to be coming to Ohio, the Cincinnati and Columbus area. So, hey, we're trying to get as many shop tours as we can to show you the possibilities of what could be. Quentin is out here absolutely killing it. Do me a favor and go follow Q&A Landscape on Instagram. Tell them how impressive this stuff is, because when you work hard, this is what is possible for you. But we all got to start somewhere, and the first thing you got to do to have something like this in your future is get started. But as always, we love you, we appreciate you, we wish you nothing but success, and never forget that the Creator created you to be creative. So create the life that you want, because me and Quentin, we out. Peace.